But is this still acceptable? Are we here today just to repeat what other people have said for centuries? No. Hi everyone, welcome back to John Florio channel. I am Mary and I'm here to talk about the great John Florio. Hi guys, I hope you are all well. Don't forget to subscribe, please, it's for free. You get all this useful content about English literature, about Shakespeare, about John Florio, about Giordano Bruno for free. The only thing you have to do is to subscribe to keep helping me and support this channel. So thank you very much for all your love and support. In the last video I talked about Othello and how, yes, the plot is a tragedy, but if we look at the characters, they remind of Commedia dell'arte characters, like the Zanni, like the Capitano. So possibly Shakespeare made a great revolution. He used Commedia dell'arte characters to write a great tragedy. Now, I would like to keep talking about Othello, but from another perspective, the source of Othello. There is a powerful line that marks a turning point in Othello tragedy, and it's this one. Give me the ocular proof. It sounds like a dramatic expression, but it's much more, because it's the proof that Shakespeare could read Italian. But let's start at the beginning of the story. Where does the plot of Othello come from? Othello comes from a novel written by Giovan Battista Giraldi Cinthio, a collection of novels published in Italy in 1565. Hecatommiti, a sort of Boccaccio's Decameron, a collection of short novels. But before talking about this collection, Hecatommiti, I would like to go a little deeper about the writer, because the Italian Renaissance was truly important for Shakespeare and as a source for Shakespeare's plays. So who were these great writers who inspired the bard? Cinthio wrote 9 tragedies, and the most important and famous of these is Orbecche. Cinthio taught rhetoric at the University of Ferrara. He served as a ducal secretary to Ercole II d'Este, and he became the leading literary authority of his time, one of the greatest figures of Ferrara's Renaissance culture. He is important because he was a theorist of drama, a forerunner of new theatrical genres. He published different treatises on how to write comedies and tragedies, and he experimented during his theatrical plays, and he anticipated some elements that we will find later in the Elizabethan theatre. If we go through John Florio's library, we find out that John Florio owned Cinthio works. These Hecatommiti were soon translated into Spanish. In fact, it also influenced Cervantes. We know that it also influenced Shakespeare, although it wasn't translated into English when Shakespeare used the book for Othello. So he read the original in Italian. But Shakespeare didn't just borrow the overall narrative structure of Hecatommiti. He also mirrored entire concepts and images, and this is strange. Why? Because there was no English translation of this story at the time. And now I'm going to uncover the proof of this. In Cinthio Hecatommiti, Alfiere, the character who inspired Iago, says to the Moor: "Se non mi fai, disse, vedere con gli occhi quello che tu mi hai detto, ti farò conoscere che meglio per te sarebbe che tu fossi nato mutolo." You read English translation here. Shakespeare reshapes this concept in this line, almost verbatim, word by word. "Villain, be sure thou prove my love a whore, be sure of it, give me the ocular proof." He doesn't just imitate the structure of the original Italian, he also introduced a new English word, ocular. This is the first and last time we will read this English word in Shakespeare canon. It's an unusual English word, meaning of the eyes. John Florio gives us the meaning, the expression of ocular, pertaining to the eyes. And this suggests a direct translation from the Italian, in which Cinthio wrote that he wanted to have the ocular proof, the proof with his eyes. It's the same concept translated into English, to see with his own eyes. So to show this image, Shakespeare used this new word, ocular, which suggests a direct translation, a reference to the Italian structure. And ocular proof is the heart of the tragedy, because it's the moment where real and illusion blur. Othello demands a proof that he can see with his own eyes, but what he receives is a manipulated object, the infamous handkerchief, a symbol of no certainty. Shakespeare is reflecting on a topic that is already present in Cinthio's tale, that of the fallibility of sight, the danger of trusting appearances. Like Othello, we as audience see what we are shown, but the truth remains hidden behind the curtains. Just as in Cinthio's tale, in Othello, vision becomes a vehicle for ambiguity and deception. Othello wants to see, to believe, but he ends up believing without really seeing. The proof that he received, this demon handkerchief, is a manipulated proof, a visual construction. So it's manipulated. So the entire drama unfolds from a misperception. Othello believes that he sees the truth, but he only sees what Iago wants him to see. So the ocular proof becomes, paradoxically, the proof of deception. So when we understand that Shakespeare wasn't just merely inspired by this story, but he read the original Italian, he borrowed the lexical structure of the dialogues. This leads us to a crucial question. How did Shakespeare know this image, this structure, this tone? The linguistic clues like the ocular proof and the total absence of a translation of the story lead us to just one answer. Shakespeare could read Italian so well that he was able to translate an entire concept into English. And when scholars mention this, they always mention John Florio as the friend, the translator, the human walking dictionary of Shakespeare, who was constantly helping Shakespeare, translating for him plot, stories and dialogues. But is this still acceptable? Are we here today just to repeat what other people have said for centuries? No. If we need John Florio to explain that Shakespeare could read Italian, that John Florio wasn't just a mere friend or a teacher, he actively contributed to write and collaborate to Othello. Let me know in the comments what do you think. Stay resolute.